Hi everyone, Pattaya Owl here, Swaddy Cap, Sabidi Mai, hope you're well. Well, it's time for another vlog and it's Friday. Can't believe it, another week has gone by. And of course we've got a live show today, Friday and Sunday as well. So if you can come along to them, that'd be great. But anyway, on to today's vlog. Is it time to ditch Pattaya? Let's ask the question, let's analyse it, let's see. Let's get a bit of a debate going. What do you reckon? Roll the intro. Feels like ages since I've actually posted a vlog. Well, I did say I was taking a break from vlogs and live shows, and I've had that break. And of course, we're back with both, with a vlog and a live show. And I like to pose these questions. I like to hear your thoughts. So as always, pop your comments below and we'll get into some of the detail. Because as you know, I go to Pattaya on holiday. I did do a attempted move actually earlier on in the year, in March, April and May. And of course I had to return. But I'm now a holiday maker. And of course I go there because I currently love it. But a few things have happened and you've got to ask the question, is it time to ditch it? Oh, that's a good cuppa. So I'll start by broadening the question to Thailand as a whole, not just Pattaya. Is it time to ditch Pattaya and Thailand? And the first thing that comes to mind is the whole situation with the bank account, with Bangkok Bank. You know, I took out a bank account with the Bangkok Bank earlier in the year and I paid about £250 for that bank account because I had to pay the agency as well as pay for the insurance as well. And this is no fault of the agent, by the way. It's the bank that have decided to freeze and close a lot of accounts that were taken out on a tourist visa. And a lot of us know that by now. But of course, from my point of view, I was very happy to have that bank account. I was using it properly to scan for all sorts of stuff in Pattaya. Never let it go overdrawn. You know, all the basic stuff. Just managed it as you would. I've still got money in there now, even though I've got absolutely no access and no ability to use it anymore. It is still active though, which is odd. But I've been told by the agent that it's utterly pointless trying to go there and trying to save it. It will be closed because you took it out on a tourist visa. And that is the first thing. I don't know, let me know what you think. But for me, it's left a sour taste in my mouth, to be honest with you. Because of course, what's the point? What was the point of me opening the account, using it properly, and then closing it because I took it out on a tourist visa? Surely not being able to take it out in the first place, or just to honour the account as long as it's being used appropriately. I just don't understand the whole, you can have a bank account and then now you can't have a bank account. It's a waste of money, it's a waste of time. And of course, it's now less convenient when I go to Pattaya and Thailand. So yeah, disappointed on that. That's all I can say, disappointed. When I was over there in March, April and May this year, it was brilliant. I scanned for pretty much everything on there. Apart from, I think it was my electric on the condo. I paid at 7-Eleven, something like that, and the water bill. But yeah, and I'm missing it. But I can still log in. But when I was over there, I couldn't use it to scan. I couldn't transfer any money. And of course, it's going to be officially closed down at some point. So yeah, that's the first thing that I want to put into the debate. You know, should I ditch Pattaya, Thailand? I mean, that alone, I'll be honest, isn't going to be enough. It's just a massive disappointment and a waste of money. And of course, for my upcoming trip in January, not long now, not long at all, I've got a Wise account, I've got a Revolut account, I'll be taking cash and exchanging at the TT currency exchange. I'll be avoid using the cash machines, paying 250 baht each time. So I've got a backup plan, but none of them are as good as having a Thai bank account. And I think you can only get a Thai bank account if you're on a long-term visa out there. And that does not include the DTV. But yeah, let us know in the comments. And let us know if you've had an experience similar, because I know there's a fair few of you that have had your accounts frozen and closed as well. And there's some of you who are on a long-term visa, like a retirement visa, who had it frozen initially, but it is since reopened because they're all right with that. Now, next up is the destination Thailand visa. And my days was I excited to have this visa for roughly £300. It's a 5-year multi-entry visa. It allows me to go to Thailand and get a 6-month stamp each time, easy for me to say, and I'm able to work through my YouTube channel, so work remotely, work as a digital nomad, producing videos and posting them and getting revenue from my videos. That's my understanding based on a conversation with the London embassy, and that's the point of it, to stay in Thailand for longer periods of time and being able to work as a YouTuber. And very excited, and I got accepted and I was over the moon, and I've done videos on it, and if you're thinking of applying for the DTV, you may want to check out them videos. However, there's now been a little bit of speculation. And that's all it is at this point. It's just speculation that the future of the DTV to new applicants may be scrapped altogether or changed significantly. And I don't normally get involved in speculation. We all know that things can change on a daily basis in Thailand. New policies can come in, policies can go out. But there's quite strong speculation that the DTV might not be around for much longer. So I'm keeping an eye on it. And if you've heard anything or you know anything, drop it in the comments. But I don't think there's anything official at this point. And there's been even worse speculation around potential existing DTV visas being not honoured and cancelled. I don't know about that. I think that would be extremely unfair, and I don't know either way. And potentially anybody watching this might not even know either, because it either gets announced by the people in power or it doesn't. However, going back to the question of the video, so I've got an itchy nose. Going back to the question of the video, should I ditch Pattaya Thailand? If the DTV was to be taken away, it would certainly, it would add more weight to the answer being yeah. I'm not saying that would be enough, but losing the bank account, losing the visa, even though I'm not using the visa to its full potential in terms of I'm actually going over there for 2-3 week holidays. Yes, I'm doing the YouTube, so it comes in handy there. I'm able to do the YouTube on holiday, so it is important in that respect, but I'm not getting the full 6 months each time. But there is still over 4 years left on the visa. If that was to get removed, cancelled, like the bank account, I'm not saying that will happen, that would be a significant move by the Thai immigration or whoever's behind the visa. But it's not happened yet, and it is just speculation. And I'm not saying I would ditch Pattaya and Thailand if that was the decision, but certainly if it was a double whammy, bank account and visa gone, it's not going to be great. So what's your answer then? Are you going to ditch it or not? Well, of course, it's not as simple as that, and of course, I love Pattaya. For me, it's the best place, one of the best places in the world. Certainly for entertainment, enjoyment, holiday destination, it's the best place in the world. And that hasn't changed. That hasn't wavered. Bank account, visa, going or not going, that hasn't wavered at all. Which leads me on to the next topic, and that is the actual rate we get for the pound, the baht, the exchange rate, and where we are at the minute. So I think it's around 42 baht to the pound. Of course, that fluctuates all the time. It changes. And a lot of you guys have said you remember when it was much higher. And again, let us know in the comments. I've heard all sorts of figures, up to about 70. I think it was for like a day or something. But interesting. And I don't know how low it's ever gone. I'm pretty confident I've seen it as low as 30 something to the pound. And of course, if that was to drop due to economical reasons or whatever, if that was to drop significantly lower than 40 baht to the pound, that combined with the visa issues and potential, and of course the bank account, that might sway it. Because of course on holiday you want to get as much as you can, and Pattaya is not expensive. Thailand is not expensive. Of course you can go a bit wild on the entertainment and spend more than you probably should, and you could easily spend a couple £100 on a night out if you're not careful. But the reality of just going around for a few drinks, eating in Thailand, transportation, all of that stuff is cheap as chips, and that's one of the reasons we love it. So, of course, if that was to change in the future for the worst, that could potentially lead me to ditching Pattaya. I mean, that's the honest way of putting it. But what are the chances of it ever dropping as low as, say, 20 baht to the pound? Has it ever happened? Next up is boredom. I've heard it many times. Oh, well, trust me, mate, you'll get bored of it. But on the other hand, I've heard from many subscribers who've been going for 30, 40 years to Pattaya and they're still not bored. So I think the minority of comments and minority of people said you'll get bored very soon, because I'm nowhere near that. You know, I'm loving it. I've not even seen a snippet of what Pattaya and Thailand's got to offer. So, you know, if I was to get bored of it, I mean, I have got bored of other holiday destinations, that would be a reason to ditch Pattaya and Thailand, but I'm definitely not bored at the minute. I've been going since June 2023. So, yeah, definitely not at the minute, and I can't wait, actually, to get out there in January. This next one is from a subscriber, and I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. I've got the laptop down here, and that is, will you ditch Pattaya because of the drop in tourist numbers? People are already ditching it. And I don't know that if that is the case. It did feel a little bit quieter when I went out there in October, but I'm not over there, so I can't confirm. I haven't got the exact data and the tourist numbers, so I don't know. I don't know what the situation is. Maybe people watching have got a better idea and you can let us know in the comments. It could be the dynamics are changing, the type of tourist is changing, people from different places perhaps. And of course you've got tourist numbers of people coming in, the traffic, hotels, going to museums, and then you'll have the footfall of the bars, the typical single person couple going out there to enjoy the entertainment. As that number drops, you'd have to really look at it all and from all the countries and see where people are coming from. Of course, if it was really quiet, like it has been before, that wouldn't make me want to ditch Pattaya in Thailand. As much as I want subscribers there for the meetup nights, when it's quiet, I mean, it doesn't affect my night at all, because of course I go there to have a great time and enjoy the entertainment. If it was absolutely rammed, that would be great for my friends who own bars out there, but you wouldn't want it too rammed. You want somewhere in the middle, I would say. But yeah, that alone isn't enough. I don't honestly believe people are ditching Pattaya and ditching Thailand. Some people might disagree. It's a little bit controversial. Let me know what you think. Of course, there's lots in the media at the minute about tweaking this and tweaking that in terms of people staying longer and not staying longer and alcohol laws and all of this kind of stuff. But yeah, it doesn't impact me so much. Now, around about the time I returned from Pattaya, a few weeks ago now, there was talk of them bringing in alcohol laws and all of this stuff. And I don't really know what they brought in, to be fair. But, I mean, if you do a quick Google search, it says, in Pattaya, alcohol can be consumed legally from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. to midnight in general, with exceptions for designated areas. So it doesn't really give me much idea. And I wouldn't like to say either way, in case I'm wrong on this one. Is Soy Bacau, Tree Town included in that? Let me know in the comments. It'd be disappointing to hear if that is the case, because of course you go there to enjoy the entertainment and you won't want any kind of ban or restrictions there. So I don't know what the crack is with that. I'm sure I could do a little bit more homework, but no doubt you guys will enlighten me on that one. I've heard in the past, no, it doesn't apply to Pattaya. It does, it doesn't. I just don't know. That, though, if there was, for example, restrictions on when you can have a beer in Pattaya, not having a beer after midnight, well, yeah, I mean, that spoils the party from my point of view. I'm sure there's probably pros and cons to bringing in a law like this. I'd have to analyse that in a bit more detail, but certainly if I couldn't have a beer at Candy Club after midnight, then yeah, that would put me off, and I'm sure that's not the case. Yeah, so, but yeah, it's just an example of the Thai government bringing in laws which could potentially put people off going. If that's the case, it would potentially put me off if it applied to every bar in Pattaya. But hey-oh, we'll have to look at that one in a bit more detail. Now, being over here in England, I have to rely on a lot of news. Some of that news is delivered on YouTube, and I'm very careful what I kind of believe and what I don't believe. And if I'm unsure on something, I just say, I don't know. I don't have all the information, don't have the data. But I've heard that they're making it a little bit tighter and stricter in terms of how long you can stay in Thailand without a long-term visa. But from my point of view, having the DTV, as long as that stays in place, that's a lifeline. And I knew that, or I thought that might be the case when I intended to move out there. Having the destination Thailand visa would give me 6 months without having to nip out every 30, 60 days or whatever it would have been. So it's trickier. I mean, if I was out there still living, if I managed to make it until November, well, that would have been good, wouldn't it? Then, and I didn't have the DTV, then I'd be a little bit worried, I guess, at this point, because I don't know if they're letting you leave as many times and come back. So that's an interesting one. So I don't want this video to be a negative video, but the questions definitely come to my mind. Should I ditch Pattaya and Thailand? And when these questions come to my mind, I need to vent them. I need to talk to you guys and hear your opinion and actually just go through that process of answering it, taking into consideration all the factors and the information, you know, and let's look at that. You know, my bank account closing isn't enough. The DTV visa, as it stands in November 2005, is still in place with 4 years left on it. I love Pattaya. I'm definitely 100% not bored of it. I don't believe I won't be able to get a beer after midnight in my favourite spots. I'm extremely excited to get back out there, and that first meetup night is on the 16th of January at the Cave. And all the meetup nights, all 3 of them, will be at the Cave. In Tree Town at 8 p.m, and I'll be doing a 3-hour live show before each meetup night. So with all that into consideration, is it time to ditch Pattaya? No. Is it time to ditch Thailand? No. Am I gutted about the bank account? Absolutely. Will I be even more gutted if the DTV goes? Definitely. And that would pretty much destroy any future long-term plan of going out there for longer periods. And then anything on top of that might put me off going on holiday, but we're not there yet. We'll keep an eye on things. As it stands at the minute, I'm still at 10 out of 10. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Right, everyone. Well, if you've enjoyed this little vlog, it's always good to have a little natter with you. Give us a thumbs up, share, comment. If you've not already, please subscribe. Your support means the world. And we've got lots of people that watch the channel who are not yet subscribed. If you can, it'll help us get even closer to the next landmark, which would be 6,000 subscribers. That'd be brilliant. And of course, we've got a live show today. That will be, well, I'm posting this at 7 a.m. The live show is at 8 a.m. UK time. And we've also got one on Sunday. That'll be 5:30 p.m. UK time. And it's from the live virtual bar, and we've upgraded the virtual bar for you, so come along and see that in what'll be an hour, depending when you're watching this vlog. You might be watching it when the live show's already done. It is what it is. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, take care. Not long now until I make the return to Pattaya, so keep tuned, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.